I remember one story that she was telling how the boys of the family had slipped out late at night and they had to slip back in, and how their dad was chasing them around the house. It was just wonderful the way she would tell it, and we would sit there in awe and just listen. And God was placing it in my spirit. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to tell stories, to touch people's lives. And I didn't know it back then, but God was saying that uplifts people. When we share our stories with each other, we don't know who needs to hear it. Who needs to hear how we made it through a struggle? Who needs to hear how something worked out? Who needs to hear how we're in the midst of a celebration? But because I think now, as I reflect back, I know that technology is good. I was sharing with Brandy that technology is good for the world, that we have grown. But I believe technology is hurting us as a people. I believe that it is. Come on in. Hello, hello. I believe it's hurting us because we don't connect to each other anymore. We don't talk. We don't hear laughter, or we don't see tears. We're seeing text messages and emails. And I think that has hurt us. Amen. I think that we need that hugging, that touching. We need to be in each other's presence. But in order to do that also, I think with technology, people are hiding behind it. Sometimes they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear the sadness and the trauma. They don't want to hear what's going on in your life. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be just good times. So this is another piece that I wrote that addresses that for me. And it's called Taking Off the Mask. And if you go through the book, when you go through the book, you see it's a book of stories and of poetries and just of thoughts. And the thought before this poem says, you are who you are. Can they handle it? Can they handle it? And I think with technology, some people can't. And that's why they're hiding behind text messages and emails. But we have to get past that. We need to jump over that hurdle, push that technology to the side sometimes. And it's our part to be who we are, to be real with it. Because some folks think that life is just easy. They think that being in a relationship is easy. Raising children is easy because you come out of the house and the children's hair all combed and they are behaving perfectly because you, behind closed doors, are giving them what's for and told them how they need to behave. You come out of the house and you are smiling and everything's in place. But we need to be real sometimes. We need to be human. So I'd like to share this piece, and it's called Taking Off the Mask. Oh, the light is getting dim. The hope at the end of the tunnel seems too hard to reach. The light is getting dim, drained and tired, cut, empty. No seminar or motivational speaker can ignite this light which is dim. What words of wisdom, what grand advice, day in, day out, running on the treadmill of life, only to remain in the same spot. No sandy beaches or grand horizon am I seeing right now. The light dim. But you don't want to hear about my despair. You don't want to know of my heartache. Joy is the mask you want me to wear. Are we what people see? Is that all there really is? Making sure we put on a grand show. Who are we here to please? day in, day out, running on the treadmill of life, getting nowhere. Do you really know me? Could you handle what goes on inside my head? The complexities, the realities, the questions, the real. I am more than a gentle breeze on a summer day, more than a perfect orange sunset. I am more than the peace you find in the early morning when the birds wake. I am more. I am tired. I am weak. I am joy. I am strong. I am more. Tears, sorrow, love, yearning, quiet, love, sexy, sadness, and beauty. Complexity is what I am. And so we have to do our part to present our real selves. They talk about, I did a seminar on the social media for some young girls at Grant. And I told them, I said, those selfies, my friend Mr. Harris, he says, you love you some you, because I take selfies. And of course I'm only going to post the ones that I think look good. But most of the time, that's not what people really do. When they're at home, some of us have rollers in our hair braided up, scarf tying it down. We come in the house, we're tired. We're not all up and cheerful. We have to present ourselves in a real. We have to present ourselves with realness. So that when people see the realness of us, the complexities of us, they are not shocked and surprised. They're more accepting. They can handle it if they know it's true. Yes. I'm supposed to stop a little bit and say, does anyone have any questions before I go on and on? Because I can just keep talking. Does anyone have any questions so far?
How can we, with technology, you spoke about text messaging and, and emailing, because I know there's some people, that's the only way they communicate. And being an old person, how do you, because I found myself, when I find out a person is a texter, that's what I do. So, how can we, maintain, or what do you think we can do?
I think that we need to put ourselves out there to make a connection and to reach out. That we need to get together. You're texting me, you know what? I need to see you. I have a situation I would like to talk to you about. In text messaging, I'm sorry, it's not going to convey how I really feel. We need to do that. We need to say that. I know in relationships, text messaging is probably the worst thing for because the interpreter is hearing it through their voice and their and they may take it the wrong way or don't take it as seriously as you trying to convey that. So sometimes you need to pick up the phone and let them hear it in your voice. And a lot of times we need to have that face-to-face. We have to reach out. Before we had cell phones, you called them and said, oh, we need to get together. We didn't leave just voicemails. You made sure you contacted them. We need to get together. Before text messaging, we had to get together. We had to get in each other's face.
Thank you for promoting the oral tradition because, as you stated, your grandfather is a part of our heritage. So, thank you.
Even with our children today, our children cannot, I feel, they cannot verbalize as well as they would be able to if they had that face-to-face contact, if they had to speak, as opposed to typing it out.
Yes.
Typing out. Even with some of our children, even say for instance, going for an interview, they really don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to, most times they don't even spell.
Exactly.
You know, if you don't know the, what you call it, the jargon, or what it, you know, sometimes you can't even, yes, I've had to send back a text message with a question mark.
Yeah.
You know, what's AME? I remember LOL when I first learned what LOL was. I had no idea. You know? You know?
So, Theresa, how would you apply that to a young adult or a teen to try to get them to be more verbal or, you know?
Well, just like what I told the group, the young ladies, as I was explaining about just being on the social media, when you type something there and it's misspelled or it's broken down, you can't take it back, and you are presenting a picture of yourself. And whatever you put out there, you can't take it back. And I told them, I said, you think you have gone and deleted it, but your nemesis, Kathy over here, saw it 2 seconds ago, and she's taking a screenshot with the wipe of her hand, and now she's passing it on. You didn't want that news out there, but you put it out there in a moment of whatever, and you don't want that to be the window to you. And I just told them that. I said, you know, we need to talk. I expressed we need to talk more. We need to talk to your friends. Don't let that be your mode of communication, and that's only your mode of communication. You need to be careful the things that you say. And we even spoke about when we're talking to each other, you have to be careful of the things that you say, what you say. And I agree with you. And by the way, this is my mother, everyone who does not know that. It's Shirley I'm glad she's here. But I do agree. I do agree that, and I saw a cartoon that these two young people were walking down the street, and they were talking in the same mode that they would communicate on Facebook. The one says something funny, and the other one's walking and looks at his friend and says, LOL. And they kept on walking. The person couldn't just laugh. And it's sad. It's sad. But I don't just fault them, as I'm also a teacher. I fault, and this is what I see every day. And this is our 4-year-olds. They walk in. Mommy's on the cell phone. And the child is walking in like this. And they get to the door, and she said, I teach pre-K. They get to the door, and then Mommy says, yeah. Okay, well, wait a minute. I'm dropping them off. Give Mommy your cell phone. Okay, you have a good day. Yeah.
And it's also causing speech problems with our young ones.
Yes.
And, you know, TV was bad enough, but now, you know, you got all the games, and they just don't.
So I don't fault some people. This generation is being brought up in this technological world that we have embraced as an advancement for our society, and we have stopped talking. When my babies were born, I talked to them because they built their